Play action. They'll throw. And he locates Luke Wilson.
Damn.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will.
You got all the time in the world.
As he's tackled at the 2. Well,
Okay.
they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Seeing these guys out.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Nice.
Loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And we were scoreless up until this point in the 2nd quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield and put the ball through the post for a field goal.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And they're going to speed things up here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position.
88.
A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing in the NFL, those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost.
But
a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Third and long for Prescott.
What? Wow.
Couldn't connect.
Cut me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
Damn it.
Now This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Cowboys defense, they march back out on the field.
Okay, man, I need a turnover.
Pretty nice job last time. Gave up quite a bit of yardage, but only gave up the field goal.
Almost feel like we should give him a little bit of a round of applause for being able to dig in at the end of a long drive. Usually when those types of drives happen, they result in touchdowns because you've broken the defense, but they found some resolve in there and helped them to a field goal.
Yeah, they found the resolve. Now they'll be looking to give up 0 points this time.
Because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll set up a throw, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football.
Oh, you get something on
That's
that
only going to
clock.
help.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got before we get to halftime. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw now. Look like nobody open. Now second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And
wow.
He's in. Touchdown, Houston. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First down, Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, God.
He caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we send you
the halftime roll, I roll one.
Check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports
You know?
halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon.
Go ahead, Larry.
And welcome to our EA halftime
Sip
report.
on some water.
The Texans are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Cowboys didn't play their best.
I don't know about that Texas, but it's that California heat is what I'm feeling right now. 109.
All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights.
It was 109 today out here in San
Third down
Bernardino.
from inside the 10. Defense will win the battle and get the sack. This ends up as a huge loss.
It ain't nothing. It's just the beginning. Wait until August.
Texans come out on 3rd and 4. Lewis has got nobody around him on the catch, and that connection will lead to a gain of 29 yards.
It's gonna be like
Texans
115.
still on the field. The connection will be made from the gun. And this will go all the way
Guaranteed.
for a touchdown.
Watch.
Taking the lead
112,
by
115.
Now 1st and 10.
There will be a
Prescott's
day.
got the completion
Set
here.
day.
After the long
Here.
pass, he'll score. Now trailing by just
Last year was what,
That'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get you back over to Houston.
110 or
As we're
111 or
enjoying
something?
Frank and Charles.
But anyways, let me go ahead and pause this. Station identification. I get the ball back. I'm hoping to score. They're a pretty tough cookie. So I'm gonna have to do something. I gotta run. So I was moving the ball until let's see. You know, while I'm doing this, just for y'all not to be bored, I'm gonna come up with topics of the day. Might as well, you know, give our minds something to think about. Not preaching, but really just give us something to think about. Give us some thought. But I'll think of one.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
What up, Dr. K?
Out come the Cowboys
damn.
now as he'll go on offense first here
I didn't
in this
even
third
know.
quarter. They're down
I
here,
didn't
but
know anyone
very
was
much
watching.
in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's
all good.
talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Alright.
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Let's get
Thanks, man.
Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher.
Thanks for the love, man. Where you from?
2nd down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Yep, thank you for subscribing. Oh, from Detroit. Okay. Much love to Detroit. opponent of Homer Gunning down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first
And
on
Danny
the ground.
Brown. What a combination, huh?
Here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
But I like Obi,
2
though.
yards on the carry
To
there.
be
It'll be
honest.
second down.
Obi's
You
nice.
play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4.
My
Those
bad.
3 guys up front.
I don't
the
even know
nose
if you like
tackle,
rap
the guys
or,
they call the defensive ends.
you know,
They're
that
usually
type of genre of
big
music.
Because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3.
But I love
And when
music,
they do
regardless.
their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam
know.
and hit.
Yeah.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. The play clock's running down.
Oh, hurry up, hurry up.
So a penalty that can
Oh,
frustrate
I caught a
coach so
timeout.
much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards.
Okay, okay. Change of play. Mental breakdown. All right. Nah, man, I'm from California. Southern California.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd
But I
and
am a
13.
Dallas Cowboy fan.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's
Oh
complete.
no!
And he'll
I was
get
trying
up
to
the 43-yard
wait
line.
for my block
Good job
to
defensively
form.
to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third
Obviously,
down.
So many things have to come
That didn't
together
happen.
just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to
Hold
disrupt
up.
things and hold it to a short game.
Hold up.
Third down, it's Prescott.
Do this play right quick.
This
Oh!
is taken
Oh!
in one-handed
Oh!
by Cash.
My goodness!
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Yeah. That may be the play of the year right there.
Receiver with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines.
Oh, okay.
But the bottom line is absolute production.
Yeah,
on
sure.
the
I'll
field.
check your channel.
His
Let me
second
know what your
touchdown of the
channel
game,
is.
and they lead.
And
Yeah,
now they'll
thanks,
be looking
man.
to their defense to preserve that lead.
That was a crazy play. I want to see the beginning of that, man, because like I could have sworn I was trying to break some tackles. Hold on, let me do an instant replay. Let me see here. Alright, for sure. For sure. I'll definitely do it tomorrow because actually I'm past my bedtime. Oh, wow. Yeah, definitely past my bedtime. I'm supposed to get up 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, wow. Okay, good. Stayed inbounds. 'Cause I thought I stepped out of bounds for a second. Dr. K. Madden. Alright. Alright, for sure. I'll do it tomorrow when I get home. Actually, I'll set it up on my phone at night while it's charging.
Bailey now for the extra point.
So that I won't forget.
And that makes it 14-10.
All right. Back in this game.
Bailey now
Let me
to kick it
focus.
away after the touchdown.
Focus in on the task at
That's
hand.
fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession.
You know what, Dr.
of
K,
the
man?
second
I was
half.
wondering.
They trail
I was
first time to
thinking
touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll
about
see what they
doing
can do.
And I can't wait to see what
questions
they have planned. Because
of the day.
some teams
I
script
guess every
to
time I
start a half,
broadcast.
Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays
What are your thoughts on that?
These things worked well for us.
Just, you know, questions to think about.
Right away.
Not really so much of preaching or teaching somebody something. Or trying to, you know, brainwash someone or the thoughts of someone else.
Just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL
But,
nowadays.
you know,
Makes me glad I didn't make it in that
not a
league.
question, but a topic.
Really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings
Like
up a
one
nice
topic can
second
be,
down for 'em.
why in the world does all Madden cheat?
They'll drop to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle.
I swear to you,
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up
this
third
game
down.
cheats like no other game. Now there's this thing that I call, you
Completed
know,
pass on second down. Now it's
excuse
third
my
down as the
French,
defense looks for the stop.
but I call it fuckery, and it happens
Now back to throw. And he locates
usually in the third or fourth quarter.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down.
So when
at
that
the
happens,
42.
yeah,
Completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players.
that's when I know
nowadays. That's
computer's cheating.
6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball
Because when I stop it in the
players.
first
Somehow
half,
came back to football.
how come I can't
That's
stop it
really
in the
good for
second
game of
half?
football. You get better athleticism.
That's the way I see it.
hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how
But
to control their bodies when they run their route.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
I trip out on it sometimes. Like right now, I know it's a run. Oh no, it's not a run.
He's got Fuller.
Oh,
Not go down.
okay.
Those ankles.
He got 18 yards out
Now
of
they're in
that, but it gives
position.
him a new set of downs.
Now they may run.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys
Let's
who can
see.
play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up
Okay.
blocks, allow other people to make tackles.
Let's
But
see
when
what
he
I
can make a
see.
play
If I see
himself,
something
as
different,
we just saw there,
like
that's
I
a
see
big
something
day.
now.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
Ah,
Set up a throw. Fuller brings
and
it
that's
in
what it
over the
is.
middle. Only 3 yards on the catch.
They line up on
It's
some
third
things
down.
they did in the first
Good throw, good
half.
catch, but I really like the route.
They're doing
the drag
opposites.
and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against
All right.
man than zone, or
Better
Let's
against
see.
man, because now you're running
Third
away
and
from
3.
someone and you're not running into a defensive
Let's
player
see.
in another zone.
shotgun. Okay,
they
now I
brought
think
in
they're
an
gonna
extra
run.
defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They'll run it now. Out of the
Oh,
gun.
oh!
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at
Good
the
play
26.
call.
On third
Good
down,
defensive
that's a
play.
Good job of situational football,
Call.
understanding where the first
Bad
down marker
execution.
was and getting there.
Yep, bad execution. Should have been a loss of like 2. But I ain't tripping. Okay.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Ooh, oh. My bad, people. I do that at times, from time to time.
Here it's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Damn,
Some think the
and he
teams
caught
really
the
won't throw
ball.
a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Okay.
And the 8th play on this
Getting
drive
beat on the
coming
run.
up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
He needs to hold
So
you
this
guys
is
to
the
a
second
field goal.
consecutive week, as you look at the numbers, that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we
Yo,
normally
what's
see
up,
him
man?
with.
Is there an injury we
Mad
don't
Max.
know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all
I like
coming
that, man.
together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision.
Uh-oh.
You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the
Let me
wrong
pick my
hole
play.
to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together.
Where you
very,
from,
very
Mad
well.
Max?
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
All right, trying to hold it to a
And for the
field goal.
second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
Okay. They're
Back
going
now
in the
here
4th
on
quarter with a
EA
field goal and
Sports.
playing.
It's Texans
Oh,
football, but
no,
they
they're
trail here
not.
as we get started in the 4th quarter.
Okay.
One score down. Here we go. They're
Come
going to
on.
go for it here on 4th down.
Oh, okay. That's
Gotta
what's
try
up.
it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, shit.
This one in for a Texans touchdown.
Yep. And there it goes.
DeAndre Hopkins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the 4th
Oh,
quarter.
Claiborne.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly.
Supposed to knock it out of his hands. Punch it out of his hands. Let it grab his shoulder pad.
Well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know
Oh,
it's
my
coming
God.
or not. Well, sometimes athleticism
Nah,
beats you as well.
man.
He
I
just
won't be
took
able to
off
play
and
tonight.
ran.
This is my
That's
last
almost
game
like one
of
of
the
your
day.
Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man.
Well, the night. I'm from California.
It worked really well for them.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, man, I got to get up at 3.
And the result, a Houston
So I'm
touchdown.
actually past
Now, after the score,
my
it's
bedtime,
Parkey
so.
on to kick it away.
So,
Fielded about a
yeah.
yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, brother. My job comes before Madden. Guaranteed. Well, my career, I should say. Comes before Madden. Love Madden. But I love working. My job. Alright.
But now Dallas gets set
Enough
to
of
take
that.
the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Going right side.
Oh,
here,
again.
it's complete. And
Nice.
getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
That boy, nice.
A good pick up there of
Making
20
Prescott
yards.
look
And
good.
a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do.
Man,
and
you
were
need to
able
get
beat
Michael.
the man
Man.
coverage for the
Get
completion.
Michael Irvin up
For
in
that
here.
big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its
Come on,
sleeve.
Mike.
First down, Prescott. Throwing right, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage,
getting those
Brandon,
dink and
the drag
dunks.
route's a pretty good one to run against it because
All right.
you're running away from people on it.
Let me see. How's Emmett? Emmett's good. All right. Let's get these 5 yards.
And to give this time to the tailback.
Oh,
Nothing
man.
doing. He's immediately
Ain't
taken
good.
down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Oh!
Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Ball's out, baby. Ball's out, baby. Ah! Nigga hurt. Oh. Not my guy.
And after getting tackled,
Clowney.
still down.
All right. Yeah.
All
right. Nice how to get the ball.
You want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And
all right, we know what they're going to do.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back in their own territory.
Wow. That's bullshit, dog. Like I said, that's the fucker.
His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Texans will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one.
I can't believe that, dog.
When they result like that, almost like big bolts of
that's
lightning,
a play. That's unbelievable.
Whoosh, and off he goes.
Man, keep him surprising.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
All right, I need to hurry up and score.
We watch them get set to go.
Man, I hate playing like this, dog.
In a tight game.
I promise.
Last time.
Always important to stop them. We know that. But as you noted, in a tight game, so much more critical to get it done, and that's exactly what they did.
And they'll be trying to do that once more here. We'll see who wins the battle. Prescott. And he's got some space here. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Oh, man.
A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass
gets
him
over the block.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
I need Hannah involved.
And on the outside, they're playing
He's the
press
only one
coverage.
that's looking good right about now. Not looking good, but looking fresh. Come on, Hannah.
It's a bootleg with
Come on,
Prescott.
James. Damn, couldn't get it out.
He'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Okay.
Whitney Merciless.
Oh, damn.
He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7
This is
for him
crucial
on
right
the
here.
year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Here's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Okay.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. All right, let's discuss Dion Lewis as he gets set to go again. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen. And that's not always the case. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they're the NFL 2 for a reason. So maybe at halftime he gets a chance to regroup, kind of get it back together, get a little extra resolve, and now he's putting it into practice.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They run. This is Lewis. And not a whole lot doing. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll be
nice.
at the 30 here. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Oh!
And did they keep it in? They did.
Oh.
They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
That
and fortunate to get
sucks.
points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so...
Oh, that sucks.
It's intercepted. Picked up, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
That's bullshit,
So a pick
man.
6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
That was designed.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And now the Texans defense, they get ready here. Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Now Prescott. He's going to go for a big play down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. For them, it's not looking altogether promising here. They can only stop the clock one more time, and they have to pick when they use that one timeout.
And I think people, as you noted, are wondering, when do you take it? I think you take it right after first down. You get a stop, you take it right then and there. Because if you're trying to wait until later in the drive, well, they'll just sit on the ball and make it simple for themselves. First down, they're likely to try and run it and keep the clock moving, try and get in there and get the ball.
Yeah, of course, they'd love for the turnover. possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands that can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Defense, of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. And that touchdown means a decision has to be made. Do they kick the PAT and tie it up, or do they go for two and try and win it right now?
So now this will be an all-like. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
Coach is like,
all right,
what
so
the
timeout
fuck?
over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
See who was going to go.
And now they're going to go for two and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is in the end zone to bump the lead up two more. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for two when you're down one in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.
Yeah.
With that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this
like
game,
I said,
they knew
man,
that they needed some type
I
of
gotta go to
there
bed
at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're
This
exactly
one was
right.
an instant
they took
class.
us down to the last play. We're still.
You're
wondering, could it happen?
instant
Possibly,
class.
even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Houston, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Ooh, man. It deserves a shot of water. It's hot up in here.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night, everybody.
can I say? He's got good receivers. Damn, it does this. Well, anyways, y'all have a good night.